I think we have time for one last question. I think Pete, you want to ask a question, right? Okay, here you go. Yeah.
Hey Matt, thanks. My question, we obviously want to turn this into a movement, and you were making the parallel with the green building movement. The nice thing about the green building movement is that the message is so clear. It's reducing carbon emissions, reducing energy use. It's just very, very simple and straightforward. For healthy buildings, it's far more complicated because you were stressing eating habits and movement. But we could also talk about, indoor air quality, temperature, whatnot. So it's such a multifaceted issue. Do you think that, first question is, do you think that hampers this getting into a movement? And the second question is, do you think we have enough consensus about what it is, what the key things are we need to include in it? Because it's an infinite list that we could include, and we have to cut it someplace.
So, I've been thinking about this for a long time too. So here's what I would say, and it's actually, I would love to open this up with a longer conversation later today with whoever's interested, but actually, if you follow a pattern for my work, and I would include in it my colleague, as I mentioned, Chris Pike from U.S. Green Building Council, and my other colleague, Kelly Warden, who has recently joined me at International Well Building Institute, and actually it's reflected even in our work with GRES. I agree that if you let this only be about very specific strategies and like checklists, like these are all the things, we're never gonna. I don't think that's actually the right way to go on this. And what we've actually chosen to do, like when we worked with LEED and with GRES, what we decided to challenge ourselves with, the behavior change I actually want to see in the market is the intentionality of thinking about the health and well-being impacts of a project on the people who are going to be directly using inside the building, but also in the community. That's what I ultimately want, and I think that is going to be. It's more about that recognizing leadership for that process that is followed. And so, if you go back and again check my work, like when we did the LEED project, we had a choice. We were funded. I was funded to be there at U.S. Green Building Council, thinking about, the system of LEED was available to me. Okay, well, we had a choice. We could either take our energy and maybe create 2 or 3 more very specific credits. I was very inspired by like the active design work in New York City at that time. But we realized okay, that would be kind of okay. Instead, what we decided to do was to take the principles of health impact assessment from public health, which is really like a structured approach to decision making that forces you to think about what are the potential health health impacts of a decision, and weighing the different decisions on that lens. Well, ultimately, we decided to do. We borrowed the framework of integrative design, and I'm very proud of it. The LEED credit we launched was actually called the LEED Integrative Process for Health Promotion, and it systematizes the process. And it was used successfully. It was actually also even picked up by multiple other rating systems. And I still think that's the right way to go, is focus on that. Because every building type, is going to require a different approach. But we have to do it that's the behavior change. Now I can feel Nils pulling me off stage, but that's really.
Oh, I'm just going to like slowly like, yeah, no, that's true.
But that's
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
That's it. But thank you very much.
Great.
It's amazing to have this group even assembled at all. So let's keep doing it together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Matt.